I moved to Nashville about 10 years ago, and along the way, I made a few mistakes and missed a lot of opportunities. Now, I'm not making this video to discourage anyone from coming here, but I do think you deserve to know a few things about living in Nashville, Tennessee from someone who's experienced the good and the bad. When I get to number 6 on the list, I'll share with you how I almost lost my wife Kristen to a street gang. And at the end of the video, I have one bonus thing to share that I learned after moving to Nashville, Tennessee that I'm very happy and grateful about. Something else my team and I are always grateful for is being able to help and guide people like yourself who are thinking about moving or relocating to Nashville. If you're wondering what it's like to live, eat, sleep, play in this amazing city, subscribe to the channel and reach out day or night. We absolutely love hearing from you. Our contact information is in the description below. Now let's talk about 15 things I wish I knew before moving to Nashville, Tennessee, starting with number 15, weather whims. If you're from the northern part of our country, you'll find Nashville's approach to winter quite amusing. Even a dusting of snow or snow on the forecast can lead to closure of schools, canceled events, and empty grocery store shelves. Many residents, especially those from warmer climes, simply aren't used to navigating snowy or icy conditions, leading to some amusing behaviors for those of us who have had our fair share of northern exposure. This also means that due to a lack of preparation and an allocation of resources, the cities in the area are slow to get their roads plowed or salted, so be ready to be stuck at your home shaking your head. The number 14 thing I wish I knew about was the allergies. Nashville is home to many beautiful plants and trees, but along with that comes the pollen, and lots of it. Many people who move here discover allergies they never knew they had. I have never been very prone to allergies, and since I moved to Nashville, I often find myself getting random bouts of the sniffles. Even if you've never had trouble with allergies before, I figured you should know the risks and be prepared because I certainly wasn't. Number 13 thing I didn't know about was the vehicle emissions testing. When I first moved here, I wasn't aware that in order to update your registration in Tennessee, your vehicle has to pass an emissions test every time. This was often stressful as you never knew if your vehicle would pass, and time consuming as the testing facilities often had long lines. Now, before anyone in the know gets mad at me, I'm happy to report what you should know now. As of early 2022, the Nashville area no longer requires vehicle emissions testing. If this is a requirement in your current location, I think you will enjoy the lack of this cumbersome step when you renew your registration here. And number 12 is Cool Springs. Just south of Nashville in Franklin, Tennessee is an area called Cool Springs. This area has some of my favorite shopping and dining areas with its expansive mall and wide selection of restaurants. It's also a significant business hub, so if you're looking for job opportunities, this area is worth exploring. There's just something charming about driving around the Cool Springs area too, and you can see the love and care that went into the construction of the strip malls and the overall cleanliness and manicured landscaping that gives the whole place a welcoming vibe. I spent years in Tennessee before I knew this area existed, so don't make my mistake. The number 11 thing I wish I knew about was Radnor Lake's serene beauty. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, and perhaps even if not, Radnor Lake is a must visit. This beautiful park offers plenty of hiking trails, wildlife viewing, and a deep sense of tranquility. It's a wonderful spot to escape from the hustle and bustle of the city without venturing too far. Every time I visit, I wonder why I don't visit more often, and I simply had no clue that the place existed so close to home for many years here. When you come, I recommend carving out a large part of your day to just really take your time and enjoy a serene experience that's like nothing else in Nashville. Number 10 is Broadway's awesomeness. It's one thing to know that Nashville is Music City and that the downtown area will be hopping, and it's another thing entirely to experience it. Broadway is truly the epicenter of Nashville's entertainment scene, and it's brimming with bars, clubs, and music venues, many of which feature live performances of some of the world's most talented musicians. On Lower Broadway, you'll find a series of iconic honky-tonks and dance halls. Places like Tootsie's Orchid Lounge, Legends Corner, and the Stage on Broadway are all part of the street's legendary reputation. The cool thing is these venues have been the launch pad for many successful music careers, giving budding musicians that come here a platform to share their talents. To live so close to such a legendary locale and not even visit for years is a mistake I'm hoping to prevent you from making. Number 9 is cost-effective areas to live. Nashville has seen significant growth, but there are still areas where you can find cost-effective living. When my wife Kristen and I first moved here, we did so without the assistance of a local realtor, and so we really didn't know where to hone in our search for the best areas to live on our budget at the time. As of now, there are quite a few areas around Nashville that are perfect for those who have a tighter budget or are more cost conscious, including Antioch, Donelson, Madison, Hermitage, and Old Hickory. If you are moving here and need some guidance, let me and my team know, because it's so easy to get lost in the weeds when trying to find the right housing options in Nashville. The number 8 thing I wish I knew about was the traffic jam frequency. I've lived in every corner of the country, and I just wasn't prepared for what Nashville traffic can be like. Interstates 24, 40, and 65 are frequently congested during peak hours, so if possible, try to plan your schedule around these times or find alternative routes. If you plan to live outside of Nashville and commute into the city for work, take some time to study what your route options are and find out what areas to live are within your acceptable commute times. Again, this is something my team and I would be happy to help you with if you need some assistance. Number 7 is the high sales tax. Tennessee has one of the highest sales taxes in the country. While there is no state income tax, you'll be paying around 9.25% in sales tax here in Nashville. Be sure to factor this into your budget when planning your move, and consider making any big retail purchases before coming here to lighten the load on your wallet. I must admit, while I still experience sticker shock on occasion, and I wish I had known about the sales tax before I came here, the overall cost of living and the lack of a state income tax has made Tennessee's sales tax an easy burden for my family to bear. The number 6 thing I wish I knew was which areas to avoid. Like any city, there are areas in Nashville that are less safe than others. So do your research, speak with locals, and consider consulting with us to find the safest areas that also meet your lifestyle needs and budget. My wife Kristen and I used to deliver pizzas as a second job before we became realtors, and unfortunately we were delivering to an area that was known for being a high crime hotspot. One day, Kristen was walking back to her car after a delivery, and a car pulled up where 3 men got out and held her up at gunpoint, demanding her money and keys. Thankfully, she kept her head, complied, and got through it safely, but very shaken up. It was definitely scary and traumatizing. We came to find out from the police later that it was the kind of thing that street gangs in the area were doing as a bit of a rite of passage ritual. Now, don't get me wrong, Nashville has been great to us. And for the most part, the city can be very safe with an incredible community. But it definitely makes a difference when you know which areas to avoid. Number 5 is the rising cost of living. Nashville is still more affordable than many large cities, but the cost of living has been on the rise, especially with housing. The earlier you can invest in property here, the better. I explained in one of my other videos on the channel that I will link in the description that one of my biggest regrets after moving to Nashville was not purchasing a home here sooner. I lived here for about 8 years before taking the plunge and missed out on at least $100,000 in tax-free appreciation. My favorite thing about having a 30-year fixed mortgage now is that it protects against the housing cost inflation, which is a big deal considering the nation's economy these last few years. And we just had no clue about any of this when we moved here. The Nashville housing market continues to be on the rise, so if you plan to stay a while, consider planting some roots and be ready because the city's popularity shows no signs of waning. The number 4 thing I wish I knew is that Old Hickory Road is everywhere. This will either make you laugh or frustrate you to no end. Everywhere you go in Nashville, there's a road called Old Hickory. These roads have no relation to each other and don't loop back into each other in any way whatsoever. So if someone is giving you directions and mentions Old Hickory Road, be sure to ask them, which one? Number 3 is the best places to eat. Nashville is a foodie's paradise, and as much as I love food, that somehow escaped me when I first moved here. I actually made a video about my 10 favorite Nashville restaurants that I'll link in the comments. Some standouts that I will highlight here are Hattie B's for an incredible Nashville hot chicken experience, Jenny's Splendid Ice Creams for some of the most delectable ice cream you will ever taste, and Siam Cafe for the world's best Thai curries, personal opinion. The number 2 thing I wish I knew about was the abundance of career and job opportunities. When my wife and I first moved here, we did move here for job opportunities, but we did not understand just how much opportunity there really is here. Whether you're in healthcare, education, music, tech, or automotive industries, there are plenty of opportunities for career advancement in this city. In fact, according to a recent report by the Wall Street Journal and Moody's Analytics, Nashville is the number 1 metro area for job opportunities out of the 400 studied. And the number 1 thing I wish I knew about when I moved here is the city's rapid growth. Perhaps the biggest thing to know about Nashville is just how fast it's growing. The city is undergoing a major expansion in both population and construction. This has led to increased traffic and higher home prices, but also to a vibrant, evolving culture and expanding opportunities. I thought of Nashville as just a quaint southern city with a vibrant music scene when I first moved here, so I really wasn't ready for how popular a place it's become for people from all walks of life. Nashville has plenty of suburbs and outskirts to get away from the hustle and bustle, but if you're looking for a less populated and growing area, you may want to steer clear. And if you are truly considering a move here, finding the right house can be a challenge due to our lack of inventory. So whether it's in 6 weeks or 6 months, give us a call so we can help you find that perfect home. Now, like I teased at the beginning of the video, I had to share with you what I have recently come to realize. I'm probably never leaving Nashville. I have lived in Florida, Oregon, and Michigan in my adult life, but nothing has quite stuck for me and my family like living in Nashville. We just really love the culture here and how much opportunity living in Nashville, Tennessee has provided for us. Something else we love is all the fun things to do in the city. So check out this video to see why. And hey, thank you for watching, and I certainly hope to Tennessee you soon.